The votes have been counted and most prestigious board game award has been given out. What were the nominees? Who's the winner? Let's find out. Spiel des Jahres has 3 categories. Number 1, Spiel des Jahres or Game of the Year category. Then we have Kennerspiel des Jahres, which is the gamer category. And the last one is Kinderspiel des Jahres or kids category. We're gonna go through all 3 categories, see their nominees, talk about them, and then try to guess who the winner is, because I don't know just yet. Mr. Souris is gonna give us an envelope and we'll find out at the end. Can you and I guess the winners? Let's find out. Nominee number 1 is Bombusters. Bombusters is a cooperative game where you don't want to cut the red wire. Each player will have a unique information in the form of wires and you will need to cut all of them except the red one. If you do so, everyone wins. But be careful because every wrong guess means you're closer to death. Players' turns will usually go like this. I'm guessing this is a 3. And if I'm correct, you show it and we have cut 1 wire. But if I'm incorrect, then, well, you remember. There are also some superpowers or other ways you can get extra information, but generally that's kinda it. Cut wires, avoid the red one, and hope to not die. There are 66 levels, starting from beginner-friendly training levels to really epic challenges. So this one is a great fun with tons of content. But what about other nominees? The next nominee is Flip 7. This game is much lower on the complexity level because this is a simple card game. There will be a pile of cards in the middle of the table and on your turn you just have to flip 1 card. And whatever number is on that card, that's how many points you will get. For example, this fella will get 7 points. And you can keep drawing more and more cards and get more and more points. But if at any point you draw a number that you already have, it's all bad. You burn down and get nothing. 0 points for this round and, well, it hurts. The game is played until somebody gets 200 points. To spice it up a little bit, there are some magic cards in that deck. For example, freeze, which means you can freeze other players and make sure they do not draw any more cards and get no more points. There's a bunch of other superpowers and things going on with the game, but in general, draw cards to get points. Why it's so highly rated? Well, because it's that simple. Everybody can play it and it's a surefire hit in any party. And the last nominee for Spiel des Jahres this year is Krakel Orakel. This game is also on the simple side and also is a cooperative game, meaning all players work together to draw words. But the trick is you can only use lines that are already given to you. Let's look at an example. Here's the board you can use to draw, and you can only draw on the dotted lines like this. You want other people to guess your words, or rather not eliminate your word. Each player will get the word that's written right here in a clear German language, and you will have to draw it. Try to do as good of a job as you can using just these lines. After all players have drawn them, you show them to other players, have a laugh, and try to guess which words are not drawn from all of them in that middle pile. This one's really great for people who want to work together and don't like to draw, but would like to draw. So basically your drawing skills do not matter. And that's what makes this game really, really fun. The only problem is this game is now only available in German, but that was no issue for us. We actually tried all of these 3 games and I can now vote on which one I think will win. And I'm a simple man. I will vote for the game that I like the most, which is Bombusters. And now it's time for Mr. Souris to let me know, am I correct? By the way, if Jahres asks, have you seen his award, then you don't know nothing. All right. Please give me the envelope in the studio. And the winner was, if it's not Bombuster. It's not? It is! Woo! Congratulations, Spiel des Jahres goes to Bombusters. Good choice, good choice. We here at Game Hangover approve. Now it's time to stop with these silly, simple games. Let's move on to the expert category, or in other words, Kennerspiel des Jahres. The first nominee of the expert section was Endeavor Deep Sea. In Endeavor Deep Sea, you dive into ocean, research things, and try to save the Earth. And all that to get victory points. First thing that you do, you choose a mission. Here's a mission board, and depending on the mission board, there will be different goals for the game, and each of these goals will give you, well, victory points. And what makes this game great is that not only goals will give you the boost to win the game, but also almost all other actions that you will do. During the game, you will have your company that you will want to upgrade right here. The further you have these pieces, the more actions and things you can do. In other words, the more awesomer you are. Awesomer it's a word, right? It is, now it is. Alright, to do anything in this game, you will have to get specialists. So thankfully, each round you will draft one. Right here, this is a specialist. Most importantly, these specialists will have places where to place cubes or cylinders or tokens or whatever. And that's very important because whenever you have a token, you can place it here and do whatever the specialists let you do. So by using your leaders and moving these tokens, you will be able to preserve Earth and save turtles. Are there turtles here? Well, they're dolphins, alright? That will do. This one definitely is a lot more complex and more of a gamer's game, so good for this category. But let's dial it down a little bit and go to a little bit simpler game, Faraway. Faraway is a very simple card game where you just have a few cards in your hand and then play them out in front of you, right here. But the order in which you play these cards is super duper important. You have just 8 cards, so first of all, pick carefully. And number 2, the first card that you play in your row will be the most powerful because this one card will score for all other cards that are played after it. Basically, the first card you play in the whole game is kind of the most important one. For example, this card right here will give you 4 victory points for every cactus-y icon right here that you have in your row. For example, here you go, this is a cactus, so 4 points earned from that card. If that's your first card that you played, you want a lot of cactuses in your row. Quite a simple premise that a lot of people like because it's pretty quick, it's easy to understand, yet have juicy choices. Moving on to the third nomination in this gamer category, which is Looot. In Looot, you play Vikings. Very luckily for you, you have sailed to this island where there are tons of resources left over. So you want to take these and bring to your village and then build up your village. And what's very important, you are fighting for victory points, and to get these victory points, you will have to build around these tiles. For example, you have this tile which will give you 5 victory points. If right next to it, you build an axe, you build a tower, and you get a tree. Right here you already have axes, so you need a beautiful looking tree right here and then a tower. At that point, congratulations, you can turn this tile over and you will have 5 victory points guaranteed. But how can you get these resources? Well, you will have your little Viking warriors or workers right here that you will take and send to the island. And wherever you place your worker, you will get that set resource. For example, if you place it here, you will get more warriors or workers or whatever they're called. We have all 3 nominees right here. Which one do I think is the winner? Well, from all of these, I would like to play again Endeavor Deep Sea. The envelope will just approve my message. We're 2 out of 2 people. The Endeavor Deep Sea also got Spiel des Jahres. We're 2 out of 2, but will we be 3 out of 3? Let's find out in the last category, which will be Kinderspiel des Jahres, or kids games. Let's talk about some awesome kids games, and number 1 on the list is Cascadia Junior. Cascadia, if you have been living in a cave, is a very simple and super popular board game. Just wait a sec. Right here. It's a lovely family game where all you have to do is pick 1 tile of animal and 1 tile of terrain and add it to your territory. And all the animals and all the terrains will give you points of some sort. It's super lovely, it's super great, so they thought, hey, let's make it easier, let's make it simpler, let's make it so kids can play it. And they did exactly that. You will be building your territory with different terrains and different animals. And whenever you place 3 of those animals, you will be able to add one of these tokens right here, and these tokens will give you points. If that wasn't clear, points are good. Every single turn you will have 2 tiles to choose from right here. And again, they have a terrain on them and an animal. And then you will take 1 tile and add to your territory right here. And if you will have 3 animals of the same kind in a row, again, you score some points. Your kid didn't approve any of the animals in the previous game. Well, what about mice? This is a cooperative game where all players work together to find these teeth that are right here. You win the game if you can take all the teeth and place them inside this box. But you can only do that if you find them. Or rather, find the animals whose teeth you want to collect. The first thing you do is flip over a tile which will show you an animal that you need to find. Then you will have this grid of cards and you will be able to pick any of those and flip it around. And hopefully there will be an animal that you're looking for. In this case, a rabbit. And seems like we got lucky, so we can take 1 big teeth and add it to the box. Whippy, we're closer to the victory. But every time you flip a tile, you are spending a moon. Which means you don't want to take too much time. And yes, this is a memory game. All of you will have to work together to memorize this board. And you cannot communicate, you cannot talk. The only way you can communicate is by these little mice right here. That's about it. It's basically a memory game where you flip a tile, hope there is an animal, and then flip it over again, trying to remember what was on the other side. And the last nominee of the children's category is Topp the Torte. As you might have guessed, it's all about baking cakes. It's actually pretty simple. You will have your own cake, and then each turn you will get 2 tiles to add to your cake. So your whole task is to make these little continuous lines of color. If you're able to guess which tile will fit your cake better and continue these lines, you will score tons of points. You will get these beautiful looking gems that you can then turn into, well, that's it, points. And that's it. You have 2 tiles, add 1 to your cake, and then pass the other one around. These are the 3 children's games, and from all of these 3, I'm gonna go with the Clans de Saur, or the mice game. Please, Mr. Souris, envelope in the studio. Let's find out. Will I be 3 out of 3? Well, we have to end this video right here. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye. I have to? And if you have little ones at home, try any of these. Actually, I like this selection a lot. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this format, hey, check out our previous videos. Like, really recently we made a video about previous winners of Spiel des Jahres. Check that video out if you enjoyed this one. Bye. Make sure to like also the video and subscribe because that helps a lot. Thank you.